Congratulations one more time. You know, there's nothing quite like getting the younger generation involved in the labor market. We're building up to our next story in the labor market. So this is crucial for individual well-being, economic growth, and social stability. Now, the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA for short, Professor Adenike Oladiji, believes that equipping the youth with the necessary skills and knowledge for the job market is the way to go.
Yeah.
There's nothing like an old idea whose time has come. Let's share that story by our own Ayodeji Moradeyo. Let's go there first.
Nigeria's unemployment rate stood at 33%, one of the highest globally. The latest figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) in November 2024 put the rate at 4.3% following a change in the methodology used to calculate the data. Despite the statistical drop, concerns about unemployment remain a central issue. This was the focus of the colloquium organized by the Federal University of Technology, Akure FUTA, in partnership with other tertiary institutions across Ondo and Osun states.
They translated the vision appropriately.
The Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Adenike Oladiji, emphasized the urgent need for collaboration among Nigerian universities and polytechnics to tackle the nation's pressing economic challenges, noted that collective expertise and shared resources across institutions could lead to more effective training, innovation, and sustainable job creation.
We thought that the easiest way is to bring everybody on board. We can all work together, the universities, the polytechnics, colleges of education, whatever it is that we have. We are all tertiary level institutions. Let's come together, let's rub minds, let's bring our expertise together. Let's train people, let's look at our resources as a state. What can we do?
Supporting this view, Professor Shedak Akindele, another Vice Chancellor in attendance, said the complexity of Nigeria's problems demands unified efforts across the education sector.
A single institution cannot provide solution to all the problems in the country. But what we are working on is to leverage on the areas of strength of each of the institutions. We have our own strength, FUTA has its own strength, all the institutions have their own strength.
Education and others. Because we have realized that we need to look at our curriculum, especially in terms of employability. And we are coming together with all the head of institutions in those states.
They agreed that while the challenges are significant, Nigeria's institutions remain one of its most valuable assets. Ayodeji Moradeyo, TVC News, Akure.
Yeah, CKN, you know, catch them young. You know, that's the message the VC is sending.
Yes, and they are doing it right. I commend the university, FUTA, for that privilege, because if you come to look at it, self-employment is the way to go.
Okay.
Now. And that is the essence of even the youth service. If you know, during the youth service, most of the time we used to do this, I've forgotten what they used to get, but that focus on the youth service, for you to be able to identify areas of interest and where you think that can be self-reliant when you live.
Yeah.
Because there are no longer white-collar...
Your area of strength.
Yes, there's no longer white-collar jobs. You want to be, you come out, you want to go and work in NNPC, you want to go and work in NCC, and those days are gone. So those making it now are people that have taken up that entrepreneurship within themselves and look at them as kind of, like if you say, of course, look at the IT, if you look at the IT industry, most of the chief executives of most of these high-tech industries are just young. So, name the money points, name all of most of this, making billions. So that is why I so much commend this, and I also recommend this to other universities.
Yeah.
Let us stop giving the impression that once you have attended the university, you come out, oh, that is going to be a drag.
Yeah.
No, it is not going to be like that. And other universities and other polytechnics should also. But the last we are now hitting at is that what is happening to our technical education? That is very fundamental.
Yeah.
You could see, and that is why I have a quarrel, I have a challenge, where our government are now turning polytechnic into universities. Our forefathers that created, those that initially created the polytechnic, had there's something they had in mind.
Yeah.
It's not everybody that want to be, that can be a lawyer, that can be a doctor. There are some people that have handcrafts.
Yeah.
Let me shock you, lastly. Now, if you go to most of these countries of the world, talking of Canada, you're talking of UK, you are talking of those that are making money are those that are using their handcrafts.
Those who have skills.
Those that have skills, you'll be shocked. And let me, clear example was the last thing. I mistakenly locked the door to my room. And I thought it's just said that you call a carpenter, come and help me. For them to be able to get somebody to come and fix that, if you know how much it will cost.
Yeah.
So you see the mechanics, the plumber, and the rest of them, those make it. So that is the area we should focus on, as far as I'm concerned.
BK, you know, while we were brooding over the demise of, say, the trade centers and so on, now the universities of technology will come to take the place, if you understand what I mean. So that those of them who have these crafts, who are skilled, can hone their skills, if you understand what I mean.
I've done a few documentaries about the specialized universities that we have.
Yeah.
Like FUTA, for example.
FUTA, Weri.
Yeah.
The students are being taught how to be good agronomists,
okay,
good soil scientists, you know. And at the end of the day, they can gainfully employ themselves. Because where we find ourselves now, government, how many people can government employ?
Exactly.
How many white-collar jobs can you find? But the skills that you have will put food on your table. And I've seen people who are educated, who studied maybe like business administration, who then went for training in tailoring.
All right.
They went for training in tailoring, and they are much better. Anything that you've chosen to do, you must never shut your door to training. All right. You have to get better and better. Those who sit on social media and want to teach us how journalism should be practiced, I wonder where they come from. Because I can't, as a journalist now, be telling lawyers that, okay, these are the tools of your trade, this is how to be better lawyers and all that. They've been taught all that at law school and in their universities. And there's an apprenticeship even in law.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You go and work under...
senior.
Yes. So a journalist needs training. He needs to be trained. In the newsroom, you get the kind of training that you can never get in those schools.
You know, one training is you do not, as a journalist, opinionate. But you see, many of
they are telling us now that that's
the way to go.
People they don't belong in our trade. They are not journalists, but they are speaking with authority on issues that they know next to nothing about. Some of us suffered. We will do 3 nights, we work 3 nights to produce a magazine. Yeah. But it helped us to become better journalists. I always remember my colleagues Adebola Adegwa and Gbebamdele Johnson. Temitope Odunlami, what we went through. Temitayo Odunlami, what we went through. And our bosses too. They can't stay in their homes. This is how you forge a proper professional. He learns the craft. He learns it. He imbibes what is being taught.
Yeah.
You cannot tell us, you don't know anything about journalism. Don't come and tell us who a good journalist is.
And who is not.
And a lot of people commenting. I've seen people, properly trained journalists, I've read some of their comments on social media.
Okay.
I see that they are worried about where our profession is heading.
Yeah. One training is the journalist is also a gatekeeper
These days, they leave
filtration.
the gate open.
Filtration. Do they even know what is called filtration?
It's an all-comers affair.
The way I cannot go and tell a doctor how to do his work.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come and tell me who a good journalist is, or that a journalist does not need training. Many of us today, by the grace of God, we are products of training both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
Yes.
And it has helped us to be who we are. You can't deny. Some trainings that I attended, I can tell you, I can reel out 2 straight sentences that came out of the mouth of the trainer. And they've stuck here. So the person who has not had the privilege of training, who is he? Who is he? Yet we always say, oh, we don't want quacks to do jobs for us. But we want journalism to be dominated by quacks. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
My final take on this matter is those universities should help us train those who can fend for themselves after school.
Those who are trainable.
No, they are saying now that their curriculum should be modified to enhance employability. Okay. Which means that the people they train will not find it difficult to find employment. Okay. There are some courses today that I don't think universities should continue to do because you come out.
Relevance.
Yes. People you won't find employment, except you are lucky. So that is I think that is my big takeaway from that event.
All right. We'll now go on a commercial